Hello, I'm Becky from Little Dreams Consulting Bristol, and I'm here today to talk to you about transitioning your little one from a cot to a big bed. Moving your little one to a big bed is a big deal and can be a big event in all your lives. And when it comes to making the transition from a cot to a big bed, there are two questions that parents tend to ask. The first is when, and the second is how. So when it comes to when, safety is our main concern. So we wouldn't suggest moving your little one into a bed until they're at least 2.5 to 3 year old. However, if they are jumping out of their cot in an unsafe manner, then obviously you need to think about doing that earlier. The first step is preparation. So it's important to let your little one know what is happening. So explain they're going to be making the move into their new bed, set the date, let them know when the move is going to happen. And when you explain what's happening to your toddler, make sure you do it in a really positive way. There is a bit of balance here though. So on one hand, you want to prepare your toddler for the move, but at the same time, you don't want to make a huge issue out of it. So turning the transition into a big thing puts a lot of pressure on your little one and can cause undue stress. You know your child best, so you'll be in the best place to know how to handle it. But the most important thing is making sure it's positive and making sure you are projecting calm and confident feelings about the change so your little one knows not to worry. Similarly, if you're moving them from a cot to a bed for a baby sibling, we recommend not doing this around the same time as the arrival of the new baby, so they don't feel the baby took their cot away from them. Step 2, when it's time to shop for the new bed, make sure you take your toddler along and let them have some input into which bed and bedding they get, asking which bed they prefer between the ones you've already shortlisted, which colour sheets they like, or which pillows feel the most comfortable, will not only ensure you buy something they like, it will also help them feel a sense of ownership over their new bed, which can work wonders in easing the transition. A bed card can also be really helpful to give your little one a visual clue of where they're going to sleep, and it might help them prevent them kind of getting in and out when they feel like it. Makes it a little bit more tricky. And then step 3, when it comes to the first bedtime, keep everything else the same. Don't be tempted to change your little one's routine or introduce anything new that night. For example, place their bed where their cot used to be. This transition is a big change for your little one, so try to keep any additional changes to a minimum. This is particularly important when it comes to bedtime routine on that first night. So when getting your little one ready for bed, don't change the routine, change their bedtime, give them new food for dinner, for example. Keep everything as predictable and mundane as possible. And then when it comes to dealing with their reactions, once you've settled your new one into their bed for the first night, they're likely to react in one of 3 ways. So the first is that they adapt immediately to their new bed and don't test the rules at all. If this is the case, you can count yourself along the very lucky minority. 2, they appear to adapt immediately, but after a week or 2 start leaving their room, playing with their toys, calling you back in several times a night. And then 3, your toddler starts doing all of the things mentioned in point 2, but on the very first night. So the solution to both 2 and 3 is the same. When your toddler first demonstrates the unwanted behaviour, tell them that the consequence will be if they do it again, and make sure you follow through on that consequence if and when they do. You may well have already discovered a consequence that works well for your toddler, and I would strongly suggest you keep that in place. Remember, it's best not to change anything except for the bed. So when it comes to managing behaviour, just keep doing whatever you've been doing until now. Making a change like this isn't always going to be easy, but if you follow this advice, it can be quite straightforward. Remember, manage expectations, keep things low key but positive, and maintain a consistent routine, following through with all consequences. Before you know it, your little one will be happily sleeping in their big bed. As always, if you're experiencing any problems with your little one's sleep, please do get in touch for a free 15-minute chat. We would love to help. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more sleep tips.